Hi, I'm Reece Jones, and today I'm doing part 2 on my series about beating addiction. Now today, I'm filming it in the same place as I was yesterday, but I thought I'd just introduce you to it properly. As you can see, it's a little mound. You've got to get up, got to be careful not to slip. It's all really overgrown. Now this is where me and my friends used to come on a regular basis to drink booze, to do drugs, etc, etc. As you can see, it really is overgrown, especially now it's the summer. But as you can see, you get through all the plants and trees, and you get to this little round wall. And we all used to sit along, you know, all leaned up against the wall, mashed out our heads, you know, and it's all really overgrown and it's really secluded. And you see, this was a great place for us to come to because it kind of soothed our paranoid delusions, our paranoid thoughts. Being out of the way, being away from people we didn't know and strangers and stuff, it was a good feeling just to have this little cubby hole away from the world. I'm not proud that I used to come here because look, it is really not a nice place. Well, it looks like a little drug den, doesn't it? But there's an important reason why I'm doing my videos here, because I want to try and rejuvenate this area. I want to try and fill this area back up with some positive energy, because for the last few years this area has been bombarded over and over and over again, day in, day out, with negative energy, with bad thoughts, bad intentions, you know. So that's why I'm doing it here, and I just thought I'd give you a little show around and stuff. So there we go, you get the idea. And this is where I used to sit. I always used to have the seat, you know. And so without further ado, I'm just gonna carry on from where I left off yesterday. Now I ended yesterday with me watching the DVD, you know, really affecting me. It backed up all these feelings of me wanting to quit, encouraged me, it spurred me on, you know. So I went home after my dad's, walked home, because like I said, he only lives 3 or 4 minutes up the road. So I walked back down to my mum's house, went in my mum's, and I rung my friend Joby. Now Joby, he's probably the worst one out of the lot of us. Was the worst one out of the lot of us. He was doing MDMA, you know, 2-3 times a week, coke, you know. The skunk was the main thing, like I said, well, for him it was the skunk and the ecstasy, or MDMA. Yeah, he was getting really, really bad on it, you know. It was starting to worry me big time. So anyway, I rang him up and I said, get round here now, I've got an amazing DVD you need to watch. So round he came, skunk and cider in tow, as usual. So he comes in, he rolls a spliff up, he pours himself a pint, puts his feet up, we chill out, we bung the DVD on. Now, I thought Joby was going to like the DVD, you know. I thought at the end of it it'd be like, yeah, that was a good DVD. I didn't think it was going to affect him as much as it had affected me, let's put it that way. But it did. At the end of it, we both looked round to each other, jaws on the floor. I felt the energy change in the room. I felt just this rush of happiness and hope, I think is the best way to put it. And he didn't make any promises there and then that he was going to give up the drugs, give up the skunk, give up the booze, give up the fags. He didn't make any promises there and then, but I could see it in his eyes that the decision was imminent. He was going to make it, and it was going to be soon. But what I've learned in my short time on this earth is that don't push people. Don't push people into making decisions, because it just pisses them off, it just annoys them. It makes them think, well, maybe I don't want to make that decision, you know, and it maybe pushes them off that road that they were on. Just let people, you know, walk that road on their own, and when they decided they do want a bit of help, then you move in, then you start trying to help them. So yeah, I let it sink in with him. We had a chilled out night. Like I said, I'd quit by then, so I didn't drink anything that night, I didn't smoke anything, and he went off home. The next day, I woke up and I just felt energised, felt like a new person. Right, hang on, before I go into this bit of the story, I need to quickly explain a part of what the Bleep Do We Know movie. Sorry for anyone that's seen it, but for anyone that hasn't, I need to explain this for you to understand the next bit. Now, there's a bit in the movie where a Japanese man wants to test the influence of intent of thoughts on water, because water is the most influential element known to man. So this guy wanted to see like just how influenceable it was, and to see if, you know, intent and thought could actually change the fundamental being of the water. And alas, it did. He put positive words like love and just lots of positive words. My mind's gone blank at the moment, but and then he wrote lots of negative things like I hate you, I want you to die, etc, etc. So he puts all the bottles of water, just normal distilled water, on all the positive words, and he puts them all on top of the negative words. To cut a long story short, I don't want to beat around the bush. Next day, he takes them off, tests them, and the water that was put on the positive, loving, caring words turned into the most beautiful, exquisite, intricate crystals. Like really, really beautiful things, like works of art that's in these crystals. And the negative, the water that was on all the negative words turned into disfigured, disformed, horrible looking crystals, you know. So that wasn't the only test. He did it again and again and again and again, and it yielded the same results each time. So this seemed to prove that it wasn't the actual words that were changing the water, it was the intent. It was the intent and energy and focused thought that was put into the words that changed the water. So anyway, I needed to explain that, because then the next morning after watching the DVD, I woke up and I decided to do a similar thing, but to myself, because I thought, if thoughts can do that to water, what can thoughts do to me? And that's actually a quote from What the Bleep Do We Know, and an amazing quote, because we are 90% water. So in theory, if this experiment is right, we can really, really change our body just through thought. Just need to quickly check how much time I've got left. I've got 2 minutes, I better be quick with this. So yeah, I wrote Chi of Love on each leg, and felt really good. Next day I was wearing shorts, and a mate commented on it, said like, what's that all about? Why have you got that written on your leg? I explained it to him, and he just said to me, oh, that's just a placebo effect, Reese, don't be stupid. And I said, exactly, but that's the point. I said, that's the point. It's a placebo effect. If you really believe that you're getting better and that you're full of love and happiness, then you will be. Bring the placebos on, I said. Bring them on. You know? It's amazing. He, in a way, proved my point. Anyway, I was actually planning to talk more than this, but for some reason I've rattled on again for ages, and I've only got about a minute left before the video runs out. So this is definitely going to be 4 parts. Sorry about this. Hope I'm not boring any of you. Part 3 tomorrow. See you later.